Hey guys, and welcome back to the second part of our video series about luxury pranks. And today, as you can tell, I have prepared, we are going through the financial aspects and business side of their channel. Jesus Christ, yeah, I can't see shit. This is my girlfriend's glasses. She is considerably more blind than me, and I can't find mine, so let's just skip that. So I decided to take a look at the finance aspect and their business tactics. What do they do, who they work with, what kind of website are they running, and it didn't take much digging before I found some really interesting stuff. And before we get into it, of course, little disclaimer, I do understand the need for money. I have a perfect solution myself. I don't work, my girlfriend does. It works great for me because I'm a hermit with no social life, and I don't want one. But on YouTube, most of us really kind of want an income from it because, let's face it, it takes a lot of effort and a lot of time to make these videos. So I can understand the need for you to be able to work less so you can work on this. But these guys are claiming to be somewhat of a hero pair that, does the world a service. And then I actually think they should be up for scrutiny. And I think that's kind of a perfect transition for us to go into their choice of sponsors. For a long time recently, they've worked with a company called SAP Surveys, and as far as I can tell, it's a legit company where you get paid for taking these surveys. The company does do some shady business practices in that regard, but overall it's legit. I did find reviews that said that they weren't getting paid, and that when they did something, the payment didn't really seem to show. But that was consistently in the minority. So I'm willing to say that sometimes there are issues with technology. That's fair enough. Now for the second one, that's a little bit more funny. It's a company called Phone Monitor. And these guys, who are, claiming to be high almighty, are working with these guys.
Please leave a message after the tone.
Oh, where's Parker? I'm worried sick.
Just use Phone Monitor.
What's that?
Phone Monitor is an app that you can use to monitor all activity on your loved one's phones. You can read their text messages, track them, see who called them, check their internet history, check their Facebook, Snapchat, and more.
Spyware. This is a company that sells a product that is designed to spy on people's phones. They literally on their website states that all you really need is a network connection to the phone for you to start doing this. You don't even need to jailbreak it or install an app or anything, which is kind of creepy. But it does get a little better. I guess it's kind of a redeeming factor for the guys, because on Trustpilot there is only people stating that it doesn't work. So you gotta love it that people that wanted to spy on someone else is now pissed that they can't spy on someone else using this product. Now the third sponsor we know they've worked with, that's potentially the worst one. It's called tutorage.com.
I wish I could go out, but I'm stuck here working on this assignment. It's such a beautiful night, just look at that moon.
Just go to tutorage.com.
And this is one of those companies that you pay, and then they will do the assignment for you, like your school project, like high school project, or maybe a college paper. That's straight up fraud, straight up wrong, and as someone who holds several degrees, this is the most efficient way to get kicked out of school. And now, of course, you may be sitting there going, why is this so important to go through who they work with? Well, it tells you a lot of the persons when you see who they associate with. By looking at who they operate with, we get an idea of what they think is okay. Cheating in school is okay, apparently. Monitoring people's phones are okay, just to mention a couple. It tells you that they are potentially more interested in money than anything else. Because these sponsorships, they are very lucrative, especially for a channel of that size. I knew Drew Gooden. He did some of the math on this, and I don't know much about the math behind sponsorships, but he said that if you knew what you were doing, and it did seem like they did, you would have $10 CPM on these sponsorships. And he came up that 1 month alone they would have made $300,000. That's an insane number. If you want to go more in depth with that, I'm going to leave a link to him. This video is very good, of course. He's very funny. Now the next thing we're getting into is merch. Most YouTubers have it. It's a very lucrative part of being a YouTuber. It's, as far as I've heard, potentially one of the most lucrative, which tells you something when I've just told you how much they potentially made off of sponsorships. Now if you just go to the site and click on the merch button, it just takes you to a run-of-the-mill merch store which has a sweatshirt and a t-shirt. Nothing fancy, nothing major, really simple. It just says luxury on it. That's one of their sites. If you go back a few months on their channel, they are talking about a different site called freeluxurymerch.com. And this is a completely different story. On the site, most of the items are free, but then you realize that you're paying $7 shipping and you can only buy one item, and it's the cheapest kind of shipping that takes up to a month to arrive. And these items are all, when you buy them in bulk, dirt cheap, which means they are making a couple of dollars on every single item. With a following that big, that's a lot of money. But the shady part here is not the fact that they are get the item for free, pay a lot of shipping. That's one thing. The shady part is what is going on next to the items. Look here, that is a ticker stating that in a few minutes this item is going to be sold out. Now I figured let's just have a look. What happens if we let it run out? Oh, here we are. Oh, sale's over. Sale's over. What am I gonna do? It's not because of all. I'm just gonna click refresh. Oh, it just restarted. It's a fake ticker designed to give you a sense of urgency, which in itself is really annoying. But then right below it, it says free items left in stock. Better hurry up. Yeah, I've been looking at the same item for 2 weeks now. There's still free left in stock. So on this site, at least, they are employing some really shady business tactics to make you buy things and buy it fast without thinking about it. And that tells you a lot. I also find it interesting that it's completely impossible to figure out where the site is actually registered. So again, a means of making money, but they're using some very shady tactics that, as far as I have been able to learn, in the US this is not directly illegal. It's against the FCC guidelines, but it's not illegal. If they had been based in Europe, it would have been illegal, because this implies that there is a different price. There never is, and that's illegal. Here, at least. Now that's not all I found. Then I also found a site that we're talking about called Project Luxury. Now, the site itself has been changed in its name, but I believe this is mostly down to Drew Gooden's video, because he really went for this one. But when you get in there on the front page, to gain access to the main content of the site, which is, as far as they're saying, all of their videos, because apparently there's a lot of them that's been taken down, it will cost you $2.99 a month. Somewhat. I'm okay with that. It's okay when you're doing this. If you're doing this, that's what you want to do. My problem is just that I genuinely don't believe that the videos are real. I believe they're faked. That's my opinion, and I've given you why I have that opinion. But there was a feature, and now this feature has been removed, but it was there on this site. It was called submit a report a predator, basically. Well, again, Drew decided to try and do it, and he was charged $4.99 to submit this report. Now, if I'm correct, and they faked all of their videos, this is a scam. They are making you pay for something that you think is a good thing you're doing, but they will never follow up on it. Then that is just pure scam. Of course, if it were real, which I don't believe, then I still think this is a very shady thing to do. You're getting money out of it. While I know most of us, we enjoy when we get these, tips to where to go look for things, because sometimes getting content takes time. Then I think like a month or two ago, they have created a new channel called Luxury Life. It's the weirdest names, by the way. And on this channel, they are monetized. Apparently the other generally got demonetized, which I can get why. But now they are monetized on this one, and they are putting in quite a few ads. They are genuinely trying to get as much out of this as possible. So, and now they are getting both AdSense on all the other things, sponsorships, merch. I think they're making a lot of money on this. So, in conclusion, if these guys are the good guys they say they are, then why are they working with these really shady sponsorships? Doing some pretty sketchy business practices, demanded money for tips about child predators, and have gone through this many hoops to make sure they have ads on their videos. It doesn't add up when you stick all of that together. It just stinks of someone who is milking what they have, and they are getting as much out of it as possible. If you're genuine and you're doing something that is genuinely, if it's right, a very good thing, then why are you employing such shady business tactics? The two sides doesn't add up to me. It's weird. And that's why I think their videos are fake, and I think they found a way to manipulate people to give them money. And that's just not something I can condone. Okay, that's gonna do it for this video. Please leave a like, maybe even a comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.